Open your heart, Judas.
So we don't grieve, take one.
A 1, a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was the master's best friend, he was the only man I knew. It's been a tall harvest that he turned us all on to. But my lips are sealed by history and my tale I cannot tell. My name is a Jude Iscariot and my home address is hell. My home address is hell. So baby, don't you grieve after me, no, 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 don't you grieve after me. And baby, don't you grieve after me, no, 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 don't you grieve after me. And baby, don't you grieve after me. It was 2 hours gone midnight when he called me to his side. He said, hey Jude, I need you, boy, I need you to take a ride. You have to tell those guys downtown that my time is long overdue. And wait a minute, you don't stick around, 'cause nobody's gonna dig you. Baby, nobody's gonna love you. And baby, don't you grieve after me, no, 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 don't you grieve after me. And baby, don't you grieve after me, no, 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 don't you grieve after me. And baby, don't you grieve me when I'm here, don't you grieve me when I'm gone. Now you got all the silver and no forgiveness in your hearts. And I got 20 feet of rope to end just where your guessing game starts. I've got endless books to write you, but my tale I cannot tell. 'Cause the only way you'll ever hear me is if you're living in the same hell. If you're living in the same hell. If you're living in the same hell. So baby, don't you grieve after me, no, 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 don't you grieve after me. Don't you grieve after me, no, 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 don't you grieve after me. Baby, don't you grieve after me.
Open your heart, Judas.
Anyway, this is a song for the, well, there's no need to name them. There's absolutely no need to name them. They are who they think they are. Far across the ocean, in the land of look and see, there once was a time for you and me, where the winds blow sweetly and the easy seas flow still, and where the barefoot dream of life can laugh and cry its fill, where slot machine confusion and the plastic universe are objects of amusement in the fiction of their curse, and where the crazy white man and his tear gas happiness lies dead and long since buried by his own fantastic mess. For I hate the white man and his plastic excuse. Oh, I hate the white man and the man who turned him loose. and the rains of colored thunder of the stallion of the dawn. Ride the coal fire morning on the beach where all is born, where the emperor of meaning is burning up his fort and sits to warm his toes around a fire made up of useless thoughts. And when the children tempt him with the riddles of their trance, he flings the flames of solstice, casting laughs into their dance. And where the crazy white man in the desert of his bones lies as bleached as the paradise he likes to think he owns. And I hate the white man in his evergreen excuse. Oh, I hate the white man and the man who turned him loose. And far across the reaches of the drifting yellow sands, the living carpet wilderness forever joins its hands with heaven's hell's attainment in a surging crest of fire, where more than all is thrown upon the everlasting pyre. And through the countless canticles of Jason's charcoal fleece are sung the songs of nothing in the timeless masterpiece. And there stood in the middle, guess who? It's the everlasting burst, built by God's very own white man as he tries to rule the dust. And I hate the white man in his doctrinaire refuse. Oh, I hate the white man and the man who turned you all loose. And the bowels of his city have been locked into a safe, where the spew stains on the sidewalks are defenders of his faith, while back inside his kitchen the bowler-hatted, long-haired saint cleans with soap and water, but it's really just white paint, while his gorgon-headed scandal sheet presents its daily bite to give the righteous news believers drugs to keep them white, while outside in the whitewash, well, our guns are always right. The shooting star has summoned death's dark angel from his night.
never going to be any violence in this part of town. We're peaceful people.
I've been walking all over the place, now I'm walking back again. I've been smiling all over my face, I wonder where the hell I've been. Won't you take me by the hand, divided by my brain? I'm feeling all the Saturday of failing to explain. And I've been walking up into the air, following my aeroplane. One of these days we're gonna land somewhere, I do believe you're all insane. And I brought home a piece of cloud to stick it in a jar and stuff it on the mantelpiece to tell me just how far. And Mum's just bought herself a leaning post, it's made of words and pages. He says God gives us all our daily toast, but Dad still earns the wages. And I just bought a jigsaw, 'cause it's made of cotton wool. When I've undone every piece, the truth will fill my skull. And I've got a brother and he's 1 year old. He wears a zappy little nappy. He squeezes the contents through the cot rails. What a very crappy little chappy. And lately I can even rest my toes on the horizon. I think my hands are just a job to rest my nothingness on. How does it feel to be completely unreal? How does it feel to be a voter? And how does it feel to be a voluntary heel? I wonder whose it is. I see it queuing up outside St. Peter's Gate. You can feel bona fide if you're right with the tide, but it's not real. And how does it feel to be out on your own? How does it feel to be thinking? And how does it feel to be out on the run with a mindless world at your heels? I wish I had no answers to put to you, 'cause it got me so high-tied I feel that most of me is died. And it's real. And outside on the Dragon, and inside in the cold, Mommy's on the bandwagon, you know I'm not real. And how does it feel to be the master's right-hand nose? How does it feel to be lieutenant? And how does it feel to be stood on someone's toes? With a leech bleeding you for rent, well, you say you want a bit more rank. You want to be a bigger wheel. You can feel magnified if you hide in your pride. But it's not real. How does it feel with the white flag in your fist? How does it feel to have two faces? And how does it feel with your guard strapped to your wrist? And him leading you such a chase. You got one set of words for him, and you got another for me. You're gonna feel mystified when you're identified. Don't worry, kid, it's not real. You know I'm not real. And through the blood spew heavens, the roar of lust complains. Please let me in, I have no sin. But I'm not real. Not real, not real. Your conscience rolls in torrents down each side of your face. Your chair is full of silence. Your hand is full of lace. You say that you should have been by him when the bullets laid his head. Strange, it's always the living who fear the idea of the dead. Taking my leave of all of you as you sit and wonder stood around us and said that we were great, until your instant riches made us second rate. Well, you know, you're the same old hangman who rationalizes hope, whose left hand pats my children and whose right hand holds a case full of rope. Sweeping landscape in the crystal of his eye, and he jumps into the rain pools as the people pass him by. He rubs the dusty ages across his tender brow. He laughs and cries and sniffs and sighs. It's for long summers now. Saturn wondered why. She walks the clover meadows in the dandelion days. She throws her golden shadows across the silver haze. She wanders with the swallows in the noonday passion place. She sits beneath the willows and she waits for me in twilight to come our ways. Saturn wondered why. As years Saturn wondered why. The kettle's on, the sun has gone, another day. She offers me Tibetan tea on a flower tray. She's at the door, she wants to score. She daily needs to say, I loved you a long time ago, you know, where the winds don't forget-me-nots blow. But I just couldn't let myself go, not knowing what on earth there was to know. But I wish that I had, 'cause I'm feeling so sad that I never had one of your children. And across the room inside a tomb, her chances waxed and wanes. The night is young, why are we so hung up in each other's chains? I must take her, and I must make her, while the dove domains, and feel the juice run as she flies. Run my wings under her sides, as the flames of eternity rise, to lick us with the firstborn lash of dawn. Oh really, my dear, I can't see what we fear, sat here with ourselves in between us. And at the door, we can't say more than just another day. And without a sound, I turn around and I walk away. Davy, oh Davy, with seashells on our ears, we spun a web of voices, we danced a day of years. Yesterday marooned us, making for today. We stood a long time's tired line as he washed us both away. The bumblebees stumble, the butterflies tumble, The birds on the waterline stare. The heavens have crowned her. The stargrass grows round her. Her dreams fill the very still air. Just east of the sun, where all loving was done, I can still see her breasts on the edge of the morning. I can still taste the salt in her hair.
Ridiculous. I felt, for a cat who, we had a lot of warmth going at one time when we were kids, really. We grew up together.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean there. Okay, let's start this debit. Rolling. A joint. Well, you better had be then, hadn't you? Yeah, come on, I want everything laid on in there when I get in there next time. I thought you had passed, but you caught me at last. Well, you know I could never be one. And now that you're here, and you finally do hear, it's so clear on the wings of the dawn. When your smile starts to shine as you breathe in the brine of the spray of the very same day. The same day we all go, when we're absolutely sure that we know what it is to be floating away. And there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Oh, there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Oh, there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Long before Eve Eden was lost and found. But you know you'll have to be kind if you're ever gonna find the place that your face could have shown. Especially when you don't dare to force anyone there to share in the ice that is being blown. And there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Oh, there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Oh, there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Long before Eden was lost and found. And you heard me say yes, but you know it's a guess. Somebody else shouted no. But you know freedom is free of all the forces that be, and the ice that you two thought that you should throw. And there's a love nest Tom Tiddler's ground. Oh, there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Oh, there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Long before Eden was lost and found. You know, I thought you had passed, but you know you caught me at last. Oh, you know I could never be one. And now that you're here, and you finally do hear, it's so clear on the wings of the dawn. When you made up your mind how much you needed to find before you were finally born. But you know freedom is free of all the forces that be, yes, and the ice that you two thought you should throw. There's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Oh, there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Oh, there's a love nest in Tom Tiddler's ground. Long before Eden was lost and found. Hey, Francesca, you gave me no warning. Hey, Francesca, tiptoes in the morning. Thanks for leaving the sunshine. Thanks for leaving me. Thanks for being all mine. Thanks for being free. Hey, Francesca. There's a house on a hillside in a picture book where he stands with his mother as I stop to look. He's a child of the Northlands, with his long golden hair and his mind running wild. In the snow by the campfire, where the nights are long, you can hear his big daddy sing a very old song. And his mom was a beautiful lady in love, and she washes his eyes with the fair stars above. Song of the ages, song of the ages. There's a ship set for sailing the rolling sea. There's a little hand waving goodbye to me. Fare you well, loved ones, I see you soon. I'll be laughing along to see some old afternoon. think you need a better deal, why don't you just take one like the Hells Angels? Put your foot down, let's get out of this town. Fancy seeing all of you here, well I don't know, fancy seeing all of you here. Dressed up in your government gear, paying taxes, never thought you'd make it to here. Just make one like the Hells Angels. Live your own law, lick your own paw. Fancy seeing all of you slugs, well I don't know. Fancy seeing all of you mugs, drinking all your government drugs, well I don't know. Helping all your government thugs.
28.
Some other fellas.
26.
You know.